Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, How Highly Effective People Speak, a creation by Peter Andrei. How Highly Effective People Speak, 2021, offers a practical approach to enhancing influence through speech by aligning information with human preferences. A grasp of behavioral economics is crucial. By analyzing personal stories and historical instances, you can absorb strategies and methods to enhance your communication skills significantly. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Peter Andrei is the creator of Speak Truth Well LLC, where he serves as an author and speech consultant. With 37 awards and the state champion title in the Massachusetts Debate League, Andrei established himself in competitive public speaking. His series, Speak for Success, comprises 15 books, including How Legendary Leaders Speak and How Visionaries Speak. With 5 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On StoryPlanet.net. To start, learn to become an effective speaker. Barack Obama, John F. Kennedy, Martin Luther King Jr., Ronald Reagan, and Winston Churchill were effective speakers who changed history. Effective communication is a skill that can be learned by understanding cognitive biases. The text explores 5 biases to improve speaking abilities: availability bias, contrast effect, zero-risk bias, halo effect, and attribute substitution. Mastering these biases can make your message more compelling and charismatic. Key idea number 1. The availability bias is a cognitive bias where people rely on information that is readily available or easily recalled rather than considering all relevant information when making decisions or judgments. The availability bias makes people weigh easily recalled information more heavily, even if it's not statistically accurate. To leverage this bias in communication, make messages memorable by using visual and emotionally engaging stories. Emphasize characters and drama to create a narrative that triggers emotions and sticks in the audience's mind, surpassing a list of facts in persuasive impact. The bias emphasizes accessibility over accuracy. Key idea number 2. The contrast effect is a psychological phenomenon where our perception of something is influenced by comparing it with something similar that was experienced immediately before or after it. It applies to various aspects of human judgment and decision-making. Reagan's speech emphasizes the contrast between up, representing individual freedom, and down, representing totalitarianism. This contrast effect is a powerful cognitive bias that influences perception. Employing antithesis, like Reagan and Kennedy did, can leverage this effect. Acknowledging alternatives enhances trust, as positioning recommendations as superior drives autonomous decision-making. The contrast effect can have positive or negative impacts, highlighting the importance of using it responsibly for beneficial outcomes. Key idea number 3. The zero-risk bias is a tendency for people to prefer options that have no risk, even if the benefits are lower. It can lead to decision-making that is overly cautious and may not always be in one's best interest. Selecting an investment based on expected monetary value, EMV, is more rational than zero-risk bias. People tend to favor zero-risk options even if risky choices have higher EMV. Zero-risk bias explains why people prefer certain outcomes, even with lower potential payoffs than riskier alternatives. Businesses can use zero-risk promises to attract customers. It is crucial to highlight zero-risk aspects of a product or service to appeal to consumers. It's important to offer realistic guarantees to address risk perception effectively and enhance value propositions. Key idea number 4. The halo effect is a cognitive bias where our overall impression of a person influences our judgments about their specific traits. This bias can impact evaluations in various contexts, such as work performance reviews, hiring decisions, and interpersonal relationships. John F. Kennedy's 1962 speech at Rice University emphasized the importance of first impressions and the halo effect, which influences how individuals perceive others based on initial encounters. By ensuring a strong and positive first contact through communication strategies like respect, confidence, and attire, individuals can shape lasting impressions and improve outcomes, following JFK's example of combining humility with ambition. Key idea number 5, attribute substitution occurs when people simplify complex judgments or decisions by replacing a difficult question with an easier one. This cognitive shortcut can lead to inaccurate or biased decision-making. The rule of thumb originated as a rough method to gauge safety from atomic bomb radiation. The use of mental shortcuts, called attribution substitution, influences decision-making by substituting complex questions with simpler ones. This cognitive bias also affects how we judge others. Effective communication involves presenting a shared worldview and linking to trusted sources for credibility. By making messages clear and credible, they are more likely to be well received by the audience. In conclusion, effective communicators utilize knowledge of behavioral economics to understand how people absorb information and tailor their communication accordingly. By leveraging cognitive biases like availability bias, contrast effect, zero-risk bias, halo effect, and attribute substitution, communicators can stand out and make their messages more impactful. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.